Okay. It says it's recording. I still don't know why you don't see me. I can't see me either. Recording, reaction, share screen, chat.
At the bottom, just right next to where it says mute, you'll see an option that says
Start video. I see it. Yeah. Okay. I thought that would have started. There we go.
There we are.
All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. How did you hear about Rotary and Preston Hollow Club?
Sure. So ever since I moved to Dallas, I joined the Toastmasters Club here. And there I met Miss Cheryl Skipworth. And she's an active participant in both the Rotary Club and Toastmasters.
Right.
So she'd been talking about it. And I normally don't have time, or that time slot that you all normally meet in doesn't work for me. But now that we've been quarantining and that you all been meeting online, I've been able to participate through the online platform.
Cool. So did you have any experience with Rotary in the past? Some background when Cheryl invited you, or was it a completely new idea?
Well, I'd always been somewhat involved with community service in undergrad and throughout dental school. And I knew that the Rotary Club, that community service is an important aspect of it, but I just hadn't officially found a way to plug in and become a part of the community until Ms. Cheryl invited me.
So in your previous experience with community service, have you ever done any projects like the Inspired Vision Compassion Center? What did you do previously with community service?
Sure, I'd done a couple of different things. At one point, I was pretty involved with Meals on Wheels. So that's a program in which we package meals for the elderly or those who are homebound and can't leave their homes, and just deliver meals to them in the morning. I'd been involved with that, as well as Habitat for Humanity, which is a nice project where we all come together and try to team up and coordinate to build a house for someone who is economically disadvantaged and can enjoy free refuge there. Yeah.
I have a father-in-law, a son-in-law, whose father is active in Habitat. They go out and build houses.
So really just the diversity. I really, love doing different things, whether it be in that space or even in like a church or faith-based setting, like the Inspired Vision Compassion Group. At the end of the day, I think we're just looking to help other people.
So how did you get your fraternity involved in the Inspired Vision Compassion Center, and how did that come about and why?
Sure. I think a great point is that even in college, the way through which we engaged community service was through my fraternity. So I was always pretty active in a fraternity called Delta Sigma Iota. And ever since I moved to Dallas, I joined the national board for our fraternity. So when the Preston Hollow Rotary Club and you, Dan, had reached out to me to take part in this activity with the Inspired Vision Compassion Center, naturally I thought, well, let me see if I can get brothers from my fraternity or the leadership from my national fraternity on board here and sort of collaborate, because that's what we're all about when it comes to serving our community.
Do you feel free mentioning any names, other folks who have been involved?
Sure. So Sam Alex Matthews is the national president of our fraternity. And you'll see here, I think this sort of gives you a good idea. You're seeing my shared screen, Dan, right?
Yes, I see it.
Excellent. So I think this gives you a good glimpse. This is Sam Matthews and myself. We're both Dallas-based. We just moved here about 8 months ago. And this was sort of us coming together and with Dr. Tiedren, who is the CEO of the Inspired Vision Compassion Center group. And this was that day that we were able to pool all of our funds together from both the Preston Hollow Rotary Group and our Delta Sigma Iota fraternity and contribute $3,500.
Cool. And just to be clear, who is the person in the middle?
Sure. Her name is Dr. Tidrin. Forgive me, the last name escapes me, but she is the daughter of the pastor at the Inspired Vision Compassion Church. And she's a full-time, she's actually a chiropractor by trade, but now a full-time philanthropist. That's really her passion, and running the Inspired Vision Compassion Center operation is what she dedicates her efforts to every day.
Cool.
Yeah.
So did this project turn out the way you expected? What did you learn from this experience?
Sure. I think, while I still have the screen up, I think Sam and I, when we showed up to the facility, we knew that they do a lot of good work, but we didn't know exactly what it is they do. And I think we walked away pretty blown away at just how much help this group is able to contribute to the community at large. I think this page is really helpful because it gives you an idea that in 2019 alone, there's a lot of stats here, but the bottom line is that they were able to give away $20 million worth of goods for free to folks who wouldn't ordinarily have access to that, whether it be through receiving snack foods at schools, whether it be through fresh produce, meals of food, items for a prom, receiving Christmas gifts during the holidays, etc. So we walked away pretty blown away with how much this group does, and felt especially proud to be a part of, now indirectly be a part of it, as well as, looking to the future. Now we really want to get other members from our fraternity, from other groups we partner with, and go volunteer more physically. Because I think right now, having volunteers on the ground to help out logistically, sorting through all the donations that they get, and making those items available to folks who need them is crucial. So I think, to answer your question, our expectations were definitely transcended. We were really blown away by what they have going on there.
Well, you actually answered my next three questions, which just leaves the last one. Would you be willing, do you see a place in our club and in our projects for someone else from your fraternity to perhaps join us in, not necessarily an extension of this project, but other projects that we might do?
Absolutely. I've been talking to Sam Matthews about that for a while now, and that's something, community service, not only to our fraternity, but to us as individuals, is something that drives us, that we love being a part of. And, without a shadow of a doubt, that's something we'd be interested in. So I'll reach out to Sam and really connect him with what we have going on here at Preston Hollow.
Great. Well, thank you, Jeet. I think that wraps it up, and I'll be working on this and be in touch with you.
My pleasure, Dan. Thanks for your time.